Somebody thought that it'd be a great idea to go give curve samples over at Valley's. And remember for like a solid week, everybody was wearing freaking curve.
Oh God, it reeked. It was like the
curve.
It was like walking into an Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
It's so bad.
Except for one person that I knew wore Jupe.
Jupe?
You remember Jupe?
Oh, my stepdad wears Jupe. I love Jupe. I love Jupe.
If you're a geek, have a listen. We got the news. This week's edition. Talking movies, games, TV, and comics. Turn it up. Feel the Geeks podcast. It's the Feel the Geeks podcast. It's the Feel the Geeks podcast. It's the Feel the Geeks pod. Feel the Geeks. You're listening to the Feel the Geeks podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 199 of the Field of Geeks podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Bill.
I'm Mitch.
How's it going, guys?
Not too bad.
Good holidays?
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, it was.
Busy good or?
Busy good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Busy good.
Yeah, sure. You guys get anything you want to share here? Or?
Yeah. So I got the Hans Gruber Advent calendar.
That's awesome.
They're like
Jealous.
Basically like shows him at the top of Nakatomi, and that's like day 1 or day 25 or however you want to do it. And then like he slides down, and then, you know, the bottom is of course Christmas.
Oh, dude.
It's got like explosions and like the helicopter and stuff in the background. It's pretty cool.
So it's reusable, you think?
Oh yeah, it's reusable.
Good.
He just like slides. It's like a wooden thing, and he just slides up and down.
I saw a lot of variations of it too.
Yeah, I did too.
You just got to find a whatever person you like the look or whatever. Yeah, that's cool, man.
So,
just use it for every month. It's like,
yeah.
I'll never get old. That's awesome.
No.
I know.
You get anything, Mitch?
I don't care what Bruce Willis says. It is a Christmas movie,
Right.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, because Jonah last time we were on here, and we're like, we did say it was a Christmas movie, because it's like, what defies a Christmas movie? It has to have Christmas in it, right?
Right.
When you say
I would say so.
Nakatomi, why was he going to Nakatomi? Was
Christmas
it
party.
Yes, exactly. And they said Merry Christmas many times.
It takes place over the course of one night.
Yep. Yes.
Like that's.
And Santa gave
really
him a machine gun,
Yeah.
right? So you got that. So that's a Christmas movie.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I don't get it, but anything you were gifted you want to share?
Let's see. I got some beard bling. That's
Nice.
fun. Yeah, I got some good stuff. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I got a lot of stuff. I just can't remember
Yeah.
all of it. But yeah.
The New Year's pretty tame, or did you have fun?
I stayed up till midnight watching Better Call Saul.
Sweet.
And then I went to bed.
I think we've reached that age though where it's just like, you remember when you were a kid you wanted to stay up till 12?
Yeah.
And then like after 12 it became really exciting because it was something.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I got to 12 and I was like barely awake. I could barely hold it.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I think it used to be a bigger deal when I was a kid or younger. You know,
Well,
going
I
to
didn't know the
parties
time
and stuff
difference
like
as a
that.
kid, because we're Central Time Zone. So the New York thing is a joke, because it's like it's just a replay for us. It's like,
and the thing, and they did it this year where now it's just like they did the ball drop in Eastern time,
right.
and then they continued on. So it wasn't like it was recorded earlier. It just like they kept on doing each time
Yeah.
zone.
Yeah.
Then they gave up when it got to the East Coast. I mean, there was nobody in Times Square, and
It just seemed, oh man, yeah, because they were still broadcasting, and I think they were acting like New Year's is coming, and then you could see the streets are all like just littered with crap. And yeah, the shows I found weren't really.
Did you watch the Miley
entertaining.
Cyrus one at all?
A little bit of it, yeah. Dolly Parton was on there. That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, a little duet.
I remember watching, not this year, 2022, 2023. I remember the year prior I watched it, and it had Pete Davidson and Miley Cyrus.
Oh,
And I thought it was good.
yeah. I didn't know she's done this more than once.
Yeah.
She has everyone seems to have a yearly show now.
Had a
Yeah, they
slight
do.
wardrobe malfunction, but was able to manage.
I think all of us have seen everything. So
It's
Yeah.
not like we haven't seen that stuff before.
right. Was Billy Ray that happened to, or her? No, I'm kidding.
Surprisingly, he made it into a lasso.
Yeah. He had his hair down to the floor.
Oh
It's
my
like, dude,
God.
cut that shit. Cut that shit.
The joys of movie magic.
Right. Well, speaking of movies, I asked this question on our page, but movie ticket stubs. What do you guys do with your stubs? Do you try to collect them or?
So this might not be something I do going forward or will, depending on, how physical media goes.
Yeah.
But I've got a binder that's like got all of my, physical copies of like the MCU movies, and then I put the ticket stub
that's cool.
for them behind the
Nice. I
behind
like
the DVD.
that. That's great.
When I was a kid, I used to like be, oh man, yeah, I'm going to save this. This is so cool. And then it just got thrown in a drawer and forgot.
Well, the paper stock was thicker back then too.
It was
much better.
Thin CVS receipts.
Right. You get like a drop of water on it, it just dissolves. Yeah.
I hate to sound boring, but I just toss them.
Even if it's like a really great movie, like you were like, I want to hold on to this, remember this.
Yeah. I mean, I'd much rather have the movie itself.
Yeah. What about concerts? Like any tickets you saved or?
No,
not really.
No.
Yeah.
I'll get, if it means a lot, I'll get like a concert T-shirt or something like
sure.
that.
Mm-hmm.
The memory of going is more than the actual ticket.
Good
I
point.
have some friends that do save tickets, and if they get like a guitar pick or something like that in the crowd,
sure,
they'll put it with the ticket and all that kind of stuff. But
scrapbook it.
Yeah. That's a cool idea, though.
Yeah. Well, I had cups full of tickets back in the day, and I just one day got rid of them, and I regret I regret not picking out ones that were really memorable, or like big movies. Mm-hmm. So I kind of collect them here and there, but
wish I would have done that though with Jurassic Park when I saw it in '91.
Right. Well, you know what you can do with those now? I mean, you can make like blankets and pillowcases with images. And I've seen people do that with movie tickets.
Oh, cool. Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
It's like a, what's that site? Pinterest?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's where I saw it from. But Tony, who is one of our followers. So shout out to Tony. He said he collects his mostly by accident. It's just, collects in his pocket. But yeah, he does have a big collection that he will share, hopefully on, he said maybe social media somewhere, and then he'll toss them. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was interesting because my cousin collects his. He's got binders too.
Yeah,
I wish I would have done that, but I had so many, and I was like, I'll just get rid of them. And then I was like, fuck. That's one of the, those regrets sometimes you have when you get rid of something. Mm-hmm. Like shit.
I did this. I'm getting ready to move again, but this was something that I did when I was, getting ready to move at one point. I had all these DVDs, and it was nothing special. It was the case, and then you open it up, just the DVD, no inserts, anything like that. So I took like all of those DVDs and put them into one of those, big
books,
CD books that you used to carry around with you at study hall,
Yeah. Oh God, I remember that.
And then I just threw the cases away. Well, there's certain ones like I've kept the cases to.
Yeah.
And now it's like, if I buy something on Blu-ray, it's like, hey, I've got the physical media, but then it comes with the, the Movies Anywhere thing, and then I just forget that I even own it.
The big question is, do you guys still buy movies for the physical copy and then just download the physical media to the Vudu or whatever account you have online?
I do, but I don't mean to, kind of thing. Like, we all have like smart TVs, smartphones, smart this, smart that, and rather than fishing around in a drawer, pulling out a disc, putting it in the DVD player or Blu-ray player and waiting for that whole process, I'll just be like, oh, hey, Vudu.
Yeah. Well, and I have a friend that actually, so he buys the movie, he downloads the thing to Vudu or whatever his account is, and then he goes and sells the actual physical copy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So, in a way, he gets a movie for a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
But if you go to like Target or Best Buy or whatever, it's hard to find new movies.
They're downsized them a lot.
They've downsized them tremendously.
Yeah.
And now all you can find is like, Wayne's World 1 and 2, like movies that have come out a long time ago.
Yeah. Probably the ones that will sell for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually just put out a clip. I talked about this a couple shows ago, but the importance of physical media. I don't buy everything on physical media. If it comes on the streamer, I'll probably watch that, but I still think it's best to have the physical copy because
I agree.
It's the best way to see the film, honestly. Not the most convenient way, but it's the best way. And if your internet's ever down, it's like you're screwed,
That's just it.
Yeah.
And because, what was it? We used to have, Well, we started out with Flickster, right? And Flickster was great.
Yeah.
And then Flickster got sold to Fandango. And then Fandango got sold to Vudu. So it's just like, how many more of these... I mean, I think we've stopped now. I think we can safely say that Vudu's probably the primary source for most people. I don't know anybody else that has anything else. And they even got rid of that, what is that? Violet Ray or Violet?
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
They merged that into... So...
Well, that's the thing. If you buy anything through any of the streamers out there, it depends on how long their terms last with that studio. Mm-hmm. So you most likely, it's not guaranteed forever with the digital buying. Yeah. Well, that's what sucks about it.
It depends on their rotation and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like Netflix is constantly doing that. We'll have something on there for 3 months, and then they get a new batch of stuff in, or bring something back. Yeah, it just kind of depends that way. But
yeah, hopefully it. I mean, vinyl came back, right? So I don't know. I hope it can climb back up there. I still think it's important to have. I mean, especially not every movie, but just ones you like and want to see for sure.
Well, Vudu should bring back though, and for a little while, what they were doing is if you Vudu had this app that if you scan the back of the UPC code, it'll give you a digital copy of it, and you paid like $2 or $3.
Oh, okay.
So you'd still have but it wasn't like if this movie didn't come out with that insert, you could still buy it,
right?
Mm-hmm.
But now they got rid of that, so I wish they brought that back.
I just wish there was one place you could just put all your movies. I think if you're a real tech savvy person, you're able to do that. You have it stored on your hard drive somewhere, and they're all there, and you never have to worry about any restrictions. So I don't know. It's interesting, but it's expensive. I get it. I totally understand that. Yeah. But yeah, it is convenient to see on the streamer. But yeah, the quality is not always the greatest, and
you don't get the extras.
Right.
I think Vudu's the only one that ever had the extras. Yeah. From what I remember.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if they have all the extras that you get on the
alternate scenes. Sometimes they release a director's cut on Blu-ray, not exactly, or 4K, not exactly on the streaming service. But
and if it's a movie that I'm like a super huge fan of, I want to hear like all the behind the scenes stuff, and
they put a little special booklet in it.
Yeah.
See the gag reels and stuff like that,
Or like classic films, they bring those back and nice new box art, and they've refurbished it like
steel books. And stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. Episode 200's coming up, guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? 200 episodes. I mean,
when did we start this again?
2015, yeah. And we've done other shows. That's otherwise we would have like, if every show was Field of Geeks podcast, it would be probably 400 now or so, but we've done other shows, so that's why it's 200 for this. But yeah, it's still a lot of growth in all that time and a lot of history. That's a lot of history. We're gonna go visit the original site, Mitch's kitchen. One mic.
Is that where you guys did them at first?
It was in my kitchen. We had one microphone. It was like one of those old, but it was all digitized.
Oh, it was my. You know what? Do we even? We had a mic like that. The mics before that one we had, so we just had one of those, right? And then my digital recorder. Mm-hmm. And then we just put it at the center of the table. It's dynamic mic though, because we had so whoever was like staring right at it probably got the best sound out of it. But yeah, it's funny to listen. It's out there. It's all out there. But
isn't episode 2 the only one that we don't have, or something like that?
It's 2 or 3. I can't remember. Yeah, I have it, but it's unlistenable. Like I think it was just like the whole time. You can hear, but it's just like really meshed up. But yeah. Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff happened. We got to figure out what we're gonna do for 200. I'm not sure yet. Maybe we'll do some separate segments, and then whoever's in person.
Be enough to go into syndication, right?
Right. Yeah, I hope so. Right. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about this the other day. I think episode 135 or 138, something like that, was the first one that I did with you guys.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And where we talked about the down there wipes.
Yes. And they're not there anymore.
No, I haven't seen down there. I still have them in my house though. Still says you're a genius.
He has it in binders.
Yeah, just put it behind your, copy of
lemon scent.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that was funny when Target had that whole palette of down there wipes.
I couldn't believe that they had them.
Too offensive, maybe? Is that why they just weren't great wipes?
I mean, they were good. It was was like a butt wipe, you know.
Yeah,
It's nothing more than that, but
right.
Used
Review coming. Mitch has got some stock, so there you go. That's 200 right there. We'll do that for 200. Yeah. No, I have to go back and find clips and stuff, and I want to do a best of, but there's so much content.
There's a lot of that. That'd be a lot of footage to go through. I mean, you figure every episode we do is on average about
2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
And that's 199 of them now.
Right.
So
yeah.
That's quite a bit to go through, but
it is. But yeah, we'll have to figure out something to do. I don't know. We'll do some segments or something.
Yeah.
We'll do like a documentary and just be serious as shit about it. We'll be in your kitchen. We'll do like put it in black and white. Yeah, like it's like we didn't know there was risks.
Have me sitting there, have my face blacked out and like distorted. Like,
yeah.
I was like, what was a podcast?
I can't remember. What did we talk about the first episode? Do you remember?
We kind of went all over the place.
I remember.
I don't even know if I wrote things down. I think maybe
bottle openings and the sound.
You drank a lot of beer.
I did, yeah.
We had a meal, and then
awesome.
we did. I think it was almost 3 hours long, the first one, because it's like we never had a chance to like vent everything, and then all of a sudden it's like, let's do it. Let's catch up.
Huh.
Yeah.
It went to like 12 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night or something.
It was late.
Late.
And I went to the
cool.
Des Moines Wizard Con the next day. I remember that.
Oh, hell.
Yeah. Actually, Avengers 2 just came out when we did that one. And I saw it by myself like that day. And so I was able to talk about it or something.
Nice.
Yeah. It's like the first movie I saw by myself.
Now,
So I just wanted to see it for the show's sake.
Is there another Wizard Con coming out or no?
Des Moines Con, I think, is going to come back. That's what came last time.
Yeah,
So
I think Wizard Con's done.
yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, they've restructured and So I think Des Moines Con is it, but yeah, we can definitely get press passes again and do more things.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun.
I need some more car stickers because I've got the old
Deadpool the decals,
2.
yeah.
Got the Deadpool 2 one where it's keep your pants dry and your dreams wet.
Oh, that's him as Bob Ross, right? Yeah. I know, yeah. There's so much cool shit to buy at those places, but
God.
Yeah.
I remember when you bought those. That was funny. Yeah, I think that was the one you came to, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was driving most of them because I'd get to drive celebrities and
Yeah.
it was kind of a trade-off. Do I want to go to this or do I want to drive celebrities?
Right, yeah. And get paid too.
Yeah, well, I did end up, just because of that, I did end up getting to drive, what's his name?
Shatner?
No, well, I did drive Shatner.
Okay.
Stan Lee.
Oh,
That
wow.
was-
Yeah.
And I did drive the guy who played Jason in the original
Yep.
Jason.
Oh, yeah. What's his
I
face?
had no clue who that guy was
Yeah.
until he started talking about movies and stuff.
Yeah.
And he just looked like a stage guy.
Yeah.
Like a prop hand that was helping out WizardCon and all that stuff. I had no clue who that guy was.
I can't remember his name. But
Kane
he's
Hodder?
Yes,
Nice-
there you go.
nice
yeah.
guy, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's super nice.
Yeah.
He is a very nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, well, Des Moines Con, we'll definitely cover that again. And
Yeah.
they actually had a con in November, but it was in Minneapolis. So maybe this
That's
year, maybe we'll road trip and
I think it's the same guy.
yeah.
From when we were talking to him at Des Moines Con. It's like the same guy that runs like the one in Minneapolis, and then I think there was another one in like St. Louis or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I'll take it if that's the only con. I mean, we have other cons here, so there's other things to explore. But yeah. It was fun. It was fun. Good time. Sad news report: Barbara Walters has left us at 93. Any memories you'd like to share of Barbara Walters?
I guess just because of the fact that she was probably retired from like doing anything on TV or anything like that.
Yeah.
I completely I hadn't heard anything about Barbara Walters in years.
Yeah, I don't. Wasn't that pretty close to New Year's?
Yeah, I
It
believe
was,
so.
yeah. I think it was before 2023.
Yeah.
Yep, it was. Yeah, I think so.
But I remember my fondest memory is when she interviewed the Ninja Turtles.
That was probably her fondest memory too.
Well,
I'm sure that's
do you remember
crazy
when
for
she
her. But-
interviewed Sean Connery?
Yes.
And that
Sometimes you gotta smack them on the face.
yeah.
Yeah, and he didn't really care. He didn't give
No.
two shits about anything. He was just,
Now you'd be canceled.
oh yeah, but who cared? I mean,
No, I
it was
know.
Sean Connery.
Yeah.
I just need a good smack. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah. Yeah.
James Bond.
Yeah. He still had a career. That was before his Oscars, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think it was early 80s he did that interview. Yeah, he still had parts.
Oh boy.
Well, you'd never be able to get away with that now.
No, not at all.
No.
Nope.
Uh,
I mean, she interviewed presidents, dictators, celebrities, like anyone in the headlines, pretty much.
Worked
Mendez
with
brothers, I think so, and
Oh yeah, worked with Hugh Downs for a while.
yeah. Well, she was she joined the Today Show in the early '60s, and she became so popular for her women interest stories that she gained more airtime, and then she eventually became the first female co-host of the Today Show, and then later ABC News. So she was a trailblazer.
Yeah. And she started The View. I think that one got out of hand for her. So
I liked it in the beginning more. It's a train wreck now, I think.
Oh, God, I can't, I
think Whoopi Goldberg just needs to do films and shut the fuck up. But that's just what I think. So she's a little...
Well, you had the second part of that right.
What?
I think she just needs to shut the fuck
up. Oh,
up.
yeah. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, just what a career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A huge legacy. And of course, SNL targeted her back in the early days of their show with Gilda Radner's. Yeah. But she eventually came to terms with, which I get. That's like, it's kind of a sucker punch impression,
The rule of parody that I think of is that's when you know you've made it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's when you know that you're relevant enough to make fun of.
Right.
I guess.
Right.
I don't think that people should take that as a hit. I mean, if
no
parodies you,
but I think back in the day it was so new, and it's like making fun of her speech impediment, sort of. So I mean, if it was me, I would.
I mean, people went after Joan Rivers back in the day. I mean,
yeah, right.
I drove Joan Rivers, and she couldn't be nicer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just that one dirty grandma that could tell a joke and it was absolutely funny, And
right.
She just was the epitome of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she turned it on when she had to.
Yeah.
Well,
Carson blacklisted her ass when she tried to have her own talk show. Like, there's a lot of accounts. Carson was quite a dick. Like,
I've heard a lot about that.
No. But I get she had an opportunity, and it's probably hard not to just wait around.
In that industry, though, it's cutthroat. I think you're going to burn some bridges if you get somewhere in life.
Yeah. Now it's not really thought of. Like, everyone kind of gets a talk show in a way, So it's like,
there's people that shouldn't.
Yeah. I applaud, though, the talk shows actually have guest hosts. Because I think a lot of them didn't have guest hosts forever because they feared whether they are more liked than I am or received better.
Well, heck, back in the day, Johnny Carson.
Had everybody.
Well, what was it? Like, he'd have, like, Wednesdays and Mondays or something like that. Towards the end, he'd have days off. Jay Leno would take over for a show.
Letterman,
I think, every once in a while, and then
Rivers, obviously.
Rivers.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of where Rivers got her start.
Martin did it once too.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He interviewed Burt Reynolds. They shaved his mustache. It was funny. Probably grew it back in like 2 seconds, but
all he has to do is go.
Yeah.
Do you remember Tom Selleck?
Conan O'Brien. Yep.
He shaved off his mustache, and there it was on the bed in the ICU. Tom, is that you? Yes, it's me. I'm so cold. And then he takes this mini pillow and snuffs it out.
Oh, I gotta watch that again. Did you ever see Conan getting shaved when he grew a beard on TBS?
Yes,
his TBS show, yes. Will Ferrell. He's like, I am so rock hard right now. And he was drinking the whatever you put the comb, that green liquid. I'm sure it wasn't the real deal, but he was like
barbicide or whatever.
You want some? Oh, that was good. That's good television right there. Yeah. Like to wish, of course, speedy recovery to Jeremy Renner. Man,
gosh,
lucky to be alive.
That was that's going to be interesting. He's got a long road ahead.
Yeah, he definitely does. Yeah, snowplow accident New Year's Day, I think it was. So yeah, he was chasing after a snowcat. He got out, he's plowing, it started rolling away, so he ran up and tried to get back in, and got crushed by it. Had blunt chest trauma and orthopedic surgery. So
he lost a lot of blood too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he looks pretty disheveled, but I mean, considering what happened. But yeah, he's praised the ICU team, and
we had 2 close calls, like almost back to back. Seemed like.
Who was the other one?
The football player.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that whole thing. We don't have to talk about it, but it's insane how quickly the paramedics and everybody was able to respond. So
right. I mean,
if there's ever a kudos to go out. I mean, I know that's a thankless job, but
yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's something.
Well, Anton Yelchin, who was in Star Trek and other films and TV, I believe he was crushed by his Jeep. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I think they had to prove it, but there was actually a recall. Like the gear would come out of gear, and I think he was just trying to close his gate or something, and he got pinned.
Yeah, well, I think he was trying to open the gate or something.
Was that it? Yeah, they were expecting him for rehearsals. He never showed up, and so it's just Renner's totally lucky. I mean, that's just.
Yeah. With as heavy as that thing was, like 14,000 pounds.
I mean, the snow maybe helped cushion some. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but that had to be a sight to see. Jesus. But yeah, he celebrated his 52nd birthday and got family taking care of him. So, and of course, all his co-stars are wishing him, speedy recovery. So, quick news: Batgirl photos were leaked by Leslie Grace. She started doing this because other crew members were sharing, I guess, videos, some behind-the-scene videos. So we got to see many stages of her costume.
I do have one question on that. I don't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
If you have a movie that's so far done, I mean, what were they, pre-production or post-production?
Yeah, I think so.
How much? Why would a studio go all that way and not just take it to the movie theaters? I mean, how much more money is it going to take to put it to the theaters? Why would you just write it off and not even release it? I mean, Pluto Nash, okay, I get it. But
yeah.
This movie,
I think it was just going to be an HBO Max film. I don't think it was even a hit theaters. Yeah, well,
it's a one and done thing.
It's the problem. They have all these studio heads changed, right? And then you got Gunn came in after all this mess, but
you see, do is release it, get some money back on your investment.
Well, they got the word is they got tax write off to just not
release it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, in that case,
have it be a loss.
Never going to be released.
Have it be a loss. Basically, is more money than not to. Yeah, it's stupid.
So then, why doesn't somebody just leak the whole thing?
Well, that's what I think. Some of these people are. I think that's going to happen eventually. I think it will get leaked because it's got to be out there on a computer, right?
I mean, we're not.
It won't be done, but it'll be like raw footage. But
at least we'll be able to see Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I was in it.
We will get that in the Flash, though. So at least we get that, right?
Yeah, but, I mean, what's going to happen with the Gunverse? I mean, is Michael Keaton even in it? Is he...
Well, the Flash isn't the Guns movie, so it's going to have, like, Ben Affleck Batman in it as well. So I don't really know what the hell is happening, honestly. Like... Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of, they call it a soft reboot or a light reboot. What they're gonna do.
I mean, the whole premise of the movie is a reboot.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you look at Flashpoint, yes, it does. The way it ends,
a crap ton.
It does. At least the looks of costumes and stuff like that. So they could really expand that. Right. But yeah, I'm at least glad we get to see more photos. Like their final outfit. Yes, it's very bright and stuff, but I dig it. I think a lot of us have learned over time, like we'll get into Renfield, but you see them behind the scenes photos of them out with the daylight on their costumes or just bad lighting, and everyone's like, it looks like shit. But then once you get under studio lights and cinematographer, they make it work. Yeah. And so I think this would have. She had like yellow gauntlets. It looked pretty cool, I thought.
I didn't like the cowl though.
The last cowl or she had like 3 different cowls in this one. Yeah.
It looked too much like. What was that? Alicia Silverstone.
Oh yeah.
The bike helmet is
yeah. I understand.
Like a ball on the top of her head. 2 ears.
Well, they got rid of her cowl in the damn Batman and Robin. There's I think there's quick scenes you see the cowl, but then it's quickly gone. Only time she wears it is she's on a bike. But other than that. Yeah. There's scenes they left in where there was a split second you could see her with a cowl on and it was gone. Like they just didn't like the cowl or something on her. I don't know what the deal was, but how they ditched that was stupid to me. It's like she's Batgirl. She has to have the ears and stuff. Like, come on. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I thought the photos were nice. They showed Brendan Fraser's Firefly costume, which a lot of people were like, "Oh, it looks like shit." Again, put it in front of a camera, light it a certain way, I'm sure it would look fine.
Well, you don't know what stage of the production they took the picture on.
Right. It's probably homemade.
Picture.
Like, I mean, all villains homemade theaters and stuff.
This would have been Brendan Fraser's big return to big screen.
The Whale kind of is now, though, performance-wise, and he's got other projects.
It could change his career path, though.
Yeah.
And it may change it now that it's not being released. I mean, he may go into more serious movies instead of...
Yeah. I think there's a lot we don't know, I guess, but I don't know. Hopefully it gets to see the light of day somehow, some way, but yeah, I'll take the photos in the meantime. So
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if she'll have a chance to be Batgirl again, or if they'll just go with another Batgirl. I have no idea. Gunn is just, Henry Cavill's gone now, so we're just kind of, I don't know they're supposed to have some announcements soon, so by next show we'll probably have some stuff to talk about maybe regarding that. But
yeah, oof.
I know. Speaking of twisters, Twister 2, guys.
Speaking of things that both suck and blow simultaneously.
Yes. Sequel to the 96 Twister is finally going to happen, guys, after all these years.
Yay.
Yeah, so...
Does it really require one?
I think it's kind of...
Yes, the Midwest gets tornadoes all the time, but...
What
are we going to learn this time? Who's going to be the bad guy? the tornado.
It's gonna be Gary Elwes. Is that his name?
Yeah,
he survived, and he's a robot now. And I don't know. you thought that was real? No, they're going full like.
This time James Cameron's directing.
Oh boy, the tornado will be made out of water.
Yeah.
It'll be furiously masturbating.
And then we're gonna get some crappy line like "You should not be here."
This is tornado country.
And because they confused him, Bill Pullman will play Bill Paxton's character, because they always got those names switched around. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of info on it right now. There's a team involved, like Lee Isaac Chung is directing. She did Minari, which was a Oscar nominated film, and they got a screenplay by Mark L. Smith, who co-wrote The Revenant. So I kind of was like, that could be kind of cool. Like if they really get into like the nature of it and the.
At least can we get one line from the original movie?
They got more cows.
No.
We got more. Left, right. Like really?
Maybe
shit falls like that. Left, right,
cow.
left. Yeah. Well, back then though, that was
top of the line stuff,
I gotta call you back. We got cows.
Oh Lord.
We don't have Philip Seymour Hoffman anymore.
No, we don't. Or Bill Paxton.
Unfortunately, he was the highlight of that movie.
Right?
My God.
He coined the term grindage. I mean, grindage.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. I don't know if it'll be a whole new team or not. They just
Toyota truck campers. I mean, it's gonna suck.
It's gonna be called Twisters, by the way. That is real. It's called Twisters for now.
Twisters, 2 of them.
Yeah.
Double your pleasure,
well,
double
we
your fun.
we had quite a bit of them in the first one, so
We did.
Son of Twister.
Oh
They even
Jesus!
had
It's out for
a drive-in
revenge.
movie theater, which isn't even relevant in that day and age when it came out.
Yeah, The Shining. Well,
Yeah.
I saw it in a drive-in theater. The only time I ever went to a drive-in theater, and it
There
was
you
like
go.
the day after it was tornado season, so the sky.
Fun.
Day before we had like tornado warnings.
So you were fully immersed into the movie.
Pretty much because the sky around us was like creepy.
Ominous.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah. Only time I went to drive-in. Isn't that funny? Yeah. No, it was cool.
Maybe
But
another Helen Hunt take a shower scene. Just a throwback,
well, she's shown everything now, so we just go right into it,
Why not?
She's just a nudist storm chaser now. That's what she is.
Oh boy.
We went there.
Crank up those wind machines. 3D.
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
That'd be funny if one of those things got sucked up.
It just slapped her in the face.
Oh no!
Oh God, off the rails.
Children.
Anyway, this will be out July 19th, 2024. So keep your ticket stubs for that one. No, aside from all the joking, I am excited about it. I think if they do it right, obviously it's going to be pretty cool. I think they should ground it more with realism instead of just kind of. I mean, for its time, the first one was kind of.
It was okay
until we picked it apart in science class. I remember that because the truck gets damaged and then it's fine and it keeps changing.
I remember watching it in science class.
The brand new Dodge Ram, you know.
You're right.
That was the first gen of the new.
And the minivans, the caravans they used, that was brand new too. Yep.
And all the Pepsi cans they used for.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was the first introduction of Shania Twain into a movie.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. It had "Feel Like a Woman" or something like that, I think.
Oh, I don't recall.
I can't remember. It was in one of the restaurants that they went to.
Oh,
it really made the Midwest look like it was like back in the 50s.
Yeah, they did.
They had no idea what the Midwest looked like.
What's that called? That looks some kind of automobile. Like what?
Oh boy.
That don't look like a ram.
They had a whole bunch of decal stickers everywhere.
Well, the famous last scene, the house was filmed in Iowa. So.
That was, yeah.
Don't know if it got credit,
we
but
actually knew the parents that
really?
were in that scene. Yeah.
Wow.
Grad. We graduated with her.
Oh, sweet.
And that was her parents that walked out. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And then they created it like a whole immersed Twister thing over at Disney World. Do you remember that? And as far as I remember, back in 2005, or no, it was after that. It was like 2007, I think, we went to Disney. And they still had that whole setup and all that stuff.
Did they?
So Bill Paxton was still there. And, it was like, when did that movie come out? Like early, like
96. Yeah.
So it still had like 96 Paxman, and all that stuff.
So they actually filmed scenes for this ride?
It was like an immersion. So you walk this whole thing, and then they kind of told what it was like to be in a Twister and all that stuff.
Oh, so there's voiceover of them.
Cool. And then, they had Bill Paxton walk out. Hello, my name's Bill Paxton, and I was in the movie Twister, and this is.
Was he animatronic? Hello, everybody.
And as you notice over
he starts breaking down.
Yeah.
It was like the Hall of Presidents.
Yeah. I saw that, man. That is creepy real. Cool? I was like, whoa. Yeah. I went to Disney in 97 and then we went to Universal Studios and I think they were that was coming at the time, was not there yet. Yeah. I saw the T3 or Terminator 2 3D. I saw that, right? That was great.
Well, they made the Alien Escape one.
Yes.
I remember when that first came out. I went to that in like 91, 92. And then they changed it into a Lilo and Stitch thing. So
okay.
I was like, all the scariness of the original ride became this campy, children's thing, And
right.
Yeah, it was a dud.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. He puts googly eyes over the.
Yeah, well, originally it was supposed to be an alien that escaped a pod. So you feel like those aliens coming out. It is scary looking animatronics.
Right.
And then there's a glass thing that comes over it, and then all the lights kind of shutter and they flick off, and then you hear glass break, and the front part of the crowd that's closest to the containment area like freaks out, and so then you're freaking out.
I heard about that.
And then
that was a hard pass for me back then.
You're sitting. We sat along the back row with my family, and you feel with like the little air jets that hit you, like kind of the breath and stuff like that.
Oh,
the alien come out. And,
cool.
And then as they vaporize it, once the lights finally come on, you get sprayed with water in the face. It was a cool. It was a really cool experience. Scared the crap out of me back in the day.
Right.
Yeah. They changed it to a Lilo and Stitch.
Of course they did. My daughter would love that.
Oh,
so.
Disney.
Oh, so after the show, I might go to McDonald's. Bill, what's going to be waiting for me there?
A Big Mac.
Diabetes? I don't know.
Diabetes?
Diabetes. Like,
Wilford Brimley.
Apparently they have McDonald's. They have Super Mario Brothers toys.
What?
I can't fucking talk to that.
Oh, what?
No, you're good.
What?
You're good.
Yeah.
What's a Super Mario Brothers?
What? Do I look like I know what a JPEG is?
I'm from Iowa. The corn state.
Sure. There's gonna be Mario toys at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Have they just given up on the whole like adult Happy Meal thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Grimace butt plug, I think, kind of,
I still have mine. Poop free if anybody's interested.
They weren't that exciting.
It's not
the
lightly
butt plug
shat. It's okay.
Slightly used grimace butt plug.
It's a little slippery. You just have to wipe it off with some Dawn. You'll be good.
It's best if you wash it.
KY jelly, everybody.
It's not dishwasher safe, though. I'll warn you now.
But yeah, these toys are promoting the Super Mario Brother movie, which is coming very soon. There's 8 of them, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's exciting because, I think I for one, always bitch about these places not having awesome toys like when we were kids, I miss Pizza Hut, the toys they had with the...
the book club.
Yeah, yeah. They had the book club. That they don't have the cool toys like No, they don't
They still have the book club, though?
I think they brought it back, yeah. Nothing's very exciting anymore with all these places. Yeah, right.
Definitely.
Yeah, so check out McDonald's. No more.
Toys.
Yeah, well, they had the adult Happy Meal still, but they ran out of the toys. And I told Bill he could probably have a mansion if he goes to sell on eBay that toy. So
Yeah.
check it
Give
out.
me my nest egg, man.
There you go.
Did you open it out of the packaging?
Yes,
It is out of the packaging.
Oh.
But,
a nice townhome then.
if you get this podcast very popular
Yes.
on YouTube and, get us some subscribers, it's got like everybody's fingerprints on it.
Yes.
It's got mine, yours, Megan's.
Not mine yet.
Not yours.
Yeah.
We'll have to get yours. Jonah's, I think, is on.
Yeah.
So
Full smell-o-vision.
could be worth something someday.
Yes. Put that thing in a vault.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Vacuum seal it, all that stuff. I don't know. I'll have to go check it out.
Yeah. No, it's
Whatever.
cool. Sounds good. I'm hungry. I haven't had any food yet today, so
Yeah.
I'll eat anything. Yeah. Super Bowl's coming up, and Warner Brothers is finally going to advertise some products. It's been like 17 years, I guess.
Do we know what movies?
The Flash. I think we're going to get a trailer,
There you
so
go.
I was
it's
gonna say
exciting.
The Flash has got to be the only one they've still got in production, or that's
We have
actually on the
Aquaman
slate.
still, and Shazam,
Yeah, that's
Fury of the
true.
Gods.
We got
Other
Fury of
than
the
that, I
Gods.
think we're done. And then whatever Gunn's going to do, yeah. So
I don't know. I think DC. I mean, you can't really be in worse hands. Than
I
it's
just
been.
don't like the Cavill thing. That's
I
my
don't
only
either,
problem.
but,
I'm okay with everything else, I
But
think.
everybody was just like, Cavill was Superman. What's his face was also Superman. For how many years?
Christopher Reeves.
Christopher Reeves. And nobody
Yeah.
thought that they'd be able to top that. And then we got Cavill.
Yeah, I think it's because he only got one movie to himself, and then he kind of shared with the other films, and then, Justice League, he didn't really show up for a while in that one. So I think people wanted him to have further adventures, explore Superman's villains, like enough of the Lex Luthor stuff, like give us Brainiac. That would be a great villain for the big screen.
That would be.
Yeah, and he's got other, you can do Crypto, all that crap, or not Crypto,
Yes.
his mirror self.
Superman fights
His
to
dog.
make money.
Yeah.
Superman fights
Crypto.
cryptocurrency.
Crypto was his dog. Man.
It was.
He had,
Yeah.
What was it, like Crypto
What?
the Wonder Dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a. Well, I guess they did that in the League of Pets or whatever it was.
They had that movie too, yeah.
League of
Yeah.
Super Pets.
Yeah. Yeah. I have faith in Gunn and his team, and I think they'll do something cool. I just wish they would.
I wish they would have kept Cavill, but
Yeah, I
at
wish
the
they would have
same
done, like-
time, he's
yeah.
he's such a tremendous actor that he will not have any problem finding work.
I see the point, though. I also see the point that it would be like, okay, we're doing a reboot of everything, but we still have the same actors. Would you have as much interest in those new movies with the same actors? That we've
And
already
I
got
give
in
you
the
Casino
basics?
Royale. Judi
After
Dench.
Flashpoint.
Remember Judi Dench? She came from Brosnan's Bonds, and she was a whole new M. That didn't distract me. I didn't think.
Yeah, but it was a different Bond, though, too. I think
Right.
the only series that's really worked is James Bond. Now, I will have some serious questions on how they're going to introduce a new James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fair enough to say that we've seen it's been out long enough that we can share the spoiler, but he kind of dies,
Which is
or maybe he doesn't. Who
stupid.
knows? But he could have just ghosted his lady instead of dying.
I don't like how Craig's Bonds panned out. Casino Royale is the best one.
The rest of the Bonds are good though, except for the last one.
Either they're good, but I'm kind of tired of them exploring his character more. Like Bond back in the day was escapism. You know, this one he did was just kind of depressed, and it's like you kind of miss that.
Well,
that saving the world
and by all script, I mean there was no more Bond books to write, right?
Yeah.
Casino Royale was the only one to explore because they didn't have the rights to do it before. And then, after that. But I still think they could have. Here's the thing, though. The original films, those books were never explored. Like, they took the title and some characters, but other than that, the films are totally different than the books. So they could actually go back and do the books again, but do them justice. Like, because, like, it was one of the films had Goldfinger's brother as the villain, and it's like we didn't get that. Like that would have been kind of cool, but no, I get what you're saying. Like Cavill's Superman is like the main star, so I guess that would be distracting. Versus he was like a secondary character, like M was, like Judi Dench's M. So I understand that.
Because I mean, we had Judi Dench's M, then we had Q, and Q changed. Mm-hmm. Because the original actor passed away,
right?
But it didn't detract. And then we had a different U.S. agent.
Felix Leiter.
Leiter. That guy stole the show.
There was only one actor that ever played. Well, two actors now who's played him more than once.
When he was back in the 50s doing it with Sean Connery, I mean, he was just kind of like a cereal box 50.
They never had the same actor.
No,
like. There's only one guy in the Moore movies that played Felix twice, and he he played Felix in the Moore film, and he played Felix in a Dalton film.
Okay.
Other than that, before Jeffrey Wright, there's no actor that played Felix Leiter more than once. Yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
But with the Cavill thing, I don't know. It could be distracting, but I still think like he's in his prime, and it's like. Everyone wanted him back. Out of everything, people wanted that back, and I think Gunn could have really done some cool shit with him. And he didn't have to really honor the rest of the cast. Yeah, it'd be jarring, but I'm not crazy about Gunn's. He's doing a younger Superman now, and he's going to meet people for the first time. And I'm like, fuck this shit. I've seen it too many times.
We don't need to see. We
haven't seen it as many times as we have with Batman, though.
Well, no. What I was going to say is that we've proven that we can have a Spider-Man movie without Uncle Ben getting
Uncle Dick.
Uncle Dick.
I love that.
But we did get a pretty sweet Aunt May.
Well, yeah. We can do a Batman without showing the Waynes getting shot. We can do a Superman without showing fucking Smallville because nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Like
nobody cares.
We had 10 years of Smallville too.
I don't need to see him as a baby lifting the fucking lawnmower and yeeting it across the field.
Personally, I mean. The way that the world is nowadays, we don't need like a happy-go-lucky kind of superhero story anymore. It needs to be a little bit more gritty and real life.
But someone pointed this out, though. What Snyder's films lacked, and I agree with it. I still like the films, but they lacked joy. It's all like serious shit. So you go to films to see these comic book characters. Marvel, that's one thing. At least when Marvel was hitting the mark, there was joy in it. It wasn't just all dire and depression. It was joy.
What Marvel lacks now is secondary characters that actually have a storyline that we understand. They kind of hop into this. Like for example, Moon Knight. We get a little bit of backstory, but it's not like. Let's go full into depth to this person. They're not going like Iron Man level.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's so many characters now, too. That's what sucks is like they're trying to throw them all at us at once. And
Loki works because we got a backstory.
Yeah.
But now he's got his own stuff. And it's just like people aren't wanting Loki to die like they did in Endgame. So they're saying the multiverse is entrance back into it again.
Right. Which I think Quantumania will definitely steer in the right direction, hopefully. I thought Wakanda Forever was a good return to form. Not quite, but much better than the other Phase 4 films we gotten. And Phase 4 material. It's just, this has kind of been a little bit of weak sauce.
Phase 5 might be a soft realignment.
This new Flash film, there's a lot of praise for it, and if it was a piece of shit, the whole Ezra controversy would probably dismiss the film, maybe. Yeah. But I think it sounds great. It sounds like a good film. Unfortunately, it might not mean much. I don't know with the whole gun thing, but there's a new toy that's been teased, new Batwing, I guess.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool, but kind of sucks when the toys spoil what's going to happen in the film.
And a lot of times too, like they'll get a rough idea of what they can use for a toy, but it's not necessarily going to be what's in the movie. You know what I mean? Like
possibly, yeah. But I like it. I thought it looked cool.
Yeah, I thought so.
Updated.
You've seen so many Batwings. It's all. It's definitely more Batman than.
It's better than the Nolan one. I hated that one.
Oh yeah,
the helicopter thing.
Yeah,
what was it called? It was called the Bat.
I I don't know what the hell they call it. I can't remember what they called it, but
I didn't mind the design. I think how it moved. It just felt very like puppeteerish, like
the thing I've always liked about
Yeah.
Batman is the kind of the more fantastical side of it.
Yeah.
Like with the Burton Batman.
Nolan was too real. He's too
got
real with his stuff. Yeah.
He's got his own private jet that's in the shape of his symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking awesome.
And when it went up into the moon and then just like stalled and went back down.
That was awesome. Yeah.
God, I think everybody cheered that.
Yeah. And that's what this one's got. It's got that.
Somewhat. but
It's not the same. No.
it's more of a fat bat symbol.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't need to make everything look like,
Right.
military.
Well,
know
and
what I
that's
mean?
that's why Nolan worked though, is because it was.
Well, yeah,
it came from that
work for
department
Nolan
though,
because
so
was
it made
more
sense.
realistic,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Right. Yeah. Nolan's world would not accept something like shaped like that. I mean, we're lucky we got a bat symbol in the ears. It was.
True.
But yeah, no, I agree though. Like I want a bat. I've been wanting a Batwing in action since the animated series, really. And then, you had Batman Forever after that, and that was all right.
He went
but
crazy over his car though, the Bat car,
oh yeah,
the Tumbler. What was it? The Tumbler. or
that was
something?
great. I was not a fan of that at first, but it never evolved though. Like because he was only Batman
It
for
did.
he's only Batman
It
for like 8
became-
months,
remember
right,
the
or something.
Front end ended up becoming the Bat bike.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
What I mean is, like, after the Tumblr, totally, he didn't, like, design something brand new for himself, for his persona. So everything was borrowed from Wayne Tech, which is fine. I don't have a problem with it. Affleck's Batwing was all right. It didn't look like a Batwing to me, but it was still cool. But, yeah, so... we know a lot about Warner Brothers execs, how smart they are and everything, and their decision making. Yeah. So there's a rumor. Ezra, he's completed, or he's still in his mental health evaluation, and he's doing really good, and he's apologized. He's very sorry. He's accused of throwing a chair at a woman, grooming some minors, burglary, threats of murder. But he's sorry. And so he actually has performed reshoots in October for The Flash, I guess. And some execs, this is just probably a rumor, who knows, but they think they could work with him still. So, which would mean he'd stay on as Flash after all this shit. I, for one, am not okay with that. I don't know if I would boycott, but what do you guys think?
I think it depends, one, on how seriously he takes his rehabilitation.
Yeah.
And like how much he sticks to it. I mean, if he,
if it's just
says,
for show,
"Hey, I'm fine,"
yeah.
and they give him a chance and he goes out and punches some dude in a
Yeah.
restaurant or something like that, then absolutely not. He's done.
Right.
Also, I mean, if Flash does exceedingly well, and he's like amazing in it and everybody loves it, then if he can get his shit together, give him another chance.
Well, we do know that he can act. And is it not fair to say that everybody deserves a second chance? But why do we say that there are no second chances for actors who... Now, I'm not saying
They're
what he
human.
did...
Yeah.
What I'm not saying what he did was not horrible. I mean, grooming a child is absolutely, like...
Absolutely not. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
There's no words that can say that. But
right.
if he did turn his life around, if he does take it seriously, does he deserve a second chance? I don't know.
Yeah.
And will people forget about it and go to the movie and say, "Oh, it was great"? I mean, it's been long enough now between those incidences that I don't think people are going to remember quite. I don't know. It's tough to say that you're going to give a second chance to somebody who groomed a child. I mean, that's...
Well, and threaten to murder people, too.
That's right, on the top
brutally
list
murder
of
people.
Things that are like...
Absolute no no kind of thing. Like there's no coming back from it.
Like, who's that guy that said that he wanted to eat people and then...
Armie Hammer.
Yeah, Armie Hammer. Now he's selling condos for timeshare.
Yeah.
I mean, his family disowned him over a comment.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know if he actually is a cannibal, but
I haven't seen that Hulu show yet, but I guess they have some footage or something, and it looks really scary from seeing his facial expressions, like messages to his women or whatever. I don't know, but if Ezra did like one of these things, well, not the minor thing, but even the threat of murder, if you take those away.
But don't you think if he really was guilty of grooming a child, he'd be in jail by now?
Well, they still have to he still has to do court appearances.
Oh, okay.
Like they're just starting with this shit.
Oh, so this isn't okay.
It's not done. No, it's not done.
Yeah, it's unfortunately with
Due
stuff like
process
this,
takes
it's like
time.
there's due process. It's not immediate. I wish it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no, absolutely not. We've caught you in the act. You're done.
Well, on the
thing,
flip
but-
side, though, that's good, though, because you don't automatically assume somebody's guilty until...
Innocent until proven guilty.
I mean,
I still get that.
That is a bonus of our justice system.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, but I think it's also because it's been a short amount of time. I believe in second chances, but like some of these charges are like, I don't know if that warrants a second chance. But also that you gotta look at the time. Like, hasn't even been 6 months yet. I don't think he's been trying to get better. So it's like, I think a second chance is more like a year, a couple years away.
This a forced rehab, or was this? Just...
I think it was, honestly, because the studio was like, "Hey, we got a movie coming out," because they've delayed this movie a couple times, and I think it's basically the studio's like, "Hey, motherfucker, you're gonna go to rehab right now," and I'm sure they made him say he's sorry. I don't know, maybe he really is, but from going from all this to I'm sorry, it feels kind of forced at this point. It doesn't feel natural. Like it feels like
he truly may be sorry. Whatever he was going through, whatever.
It's just what I feel. But yeah,
maybe he snapped out of it. Maybe he is truly sorry.
Yeah. I don't know.
I hope that he is. I hope that
I
he
do
gets
too.
the help he needs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I hope he gets the help he needs and everything. But
it's just everybody deserves a second chance if they're willing to work on themselves.
Right. And I think he probably needs more time to work on himself. Honestly, I don't think a studio should force him like, you're good now. We're gonna keep going with you, and then that problem. I know.
Money,
I know. That's what sucks.
Yep.
Yeah. So you think you would just, if they had him in other films, you think you'd be like, I'll put that aside and just watch it, or
I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Okay. I will watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm watching it for Keaton though.
But if,
yeah.
If the studio's
I mean after Flash, the Flash yeah. Like if they say, hey, we're sticking with our guy here, here's another film, you gonna go see it?
But see if they do that and then he screws up again, then absolutely
it's over.
Yeah.
Like
maybe they'll pull the plug.
Well,
I mean, Gunn probably won't.
At this point, as much as we've seen, as far as like Gal Gadot, Ben Affleck's going to work in a directing capacity now, not as Batman, and everybody else is going away. There's no reason continuity wise to keep Ezra Miller,
right?
Unless they're going to use him as a focal point that he can basically transverse or all the changes that are going around because of the Speed Force and all that stuff. He can hop in and hop out at will and all that. But outside of that, I think he needs time away from the big screen.
That's what I think too. Yeah. I'm good for a second chance with that. I just think, it takes time to really change yourself and just to force it. Yeah. The studio to force it, like, hey, we want you to be in more movies right now. So with Gunn in charge, who knows if that's even on the table? But again, this is probably just a rumor to have people talk. But I think it's good to question, like, how would you approach it? If this was going to be it. But Flash will be out in June 16th. So. Yeah, we got some trailers to talk about. Going to talk about Oppenheimer first. Go ahead, guys. Whoever wants to take it.
Wow.
Visually beautiful.
Definitely. So this is a Christopher Nolan film, correct? We've got Cillian Murphy kind of front and center in this one.
Matt Damon.
Robert Downey Jr., Olivia Blunt.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
No way. Does he pop in like the Mortal Kombat 2 guy?
He's the general that worked with Oppenheimer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, the story behind obviously it's based on Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
The story for this, like you were saying, is like a huge rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
There's a lot to this. And so I'm excited to see this. I mean, it's going to be a little more of like on the historical side, I guess, but
hopefully Nolan, because Nolan's a little different. Like, Dunkirk. Did you see Dunkirk?
Oh yeah,
that was historical, but he was. I don't know. I hope he does a what do you call it? Beginning, middle, end. I hope he doesn't jump around. Well, I think he will because there's a trial in the film. Yeah. But you know how Dunkirk was. Mm-hmm. You were just like, what the hell's going on? Like, this guy's here, there, but he's dead here. Like, what? So anyway. I like Nolan though. I think he does great work. I I have faith, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this. So, you had said that there was a difference
Yeah.
in the IMAX trailer versus the regular trailer.
Yeah, so when Jonah was on last, I was talking about Avatar 2. I saw that in IMAX, and they had the Oppenheimer trailer, and it was a lot more suspenseful. There's like a countdown, when they were going to drop the bomb. But while that countdown's going on, they're talking about all these possible risks, the Earth being destroyed, all kinds of shit. And you got a scene with him, Cillian Murphy and Matt Damon going back and forth, and you see Olivia Blunt, his wife in the film. They're driving to the base where they're conducting their experiments, and there's a scene where Cillian Murphy's talking to Einstein, some dude playing Einstein.
Oh wow!
So you get more of that, and it was just more. I think it was just for IMAX, I guess. So I kind of hyped this, and then when this trailer came out, I still enjoyed it, but I was like, I kind of was not as boom.
It's going to be hard because do we take this as a historical piece or more of an entertainment piece? I think with historical.
I think it's both. Yeah. Anything based on a true story anymore is kind of loosely, because they'll take three people in real life and make them to one character in the film. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's what it's going to be.
Either way, it's going to be good. I think I hope they really struggle with his fact that he comes to terms right before they drop the bomb that this wasn't maybe the best idea.
Yeah, right.
And scientists, as far as this one guy superseded scientists, years and years in the future, and they didn't understand how atomic energy worked, or if dropping the bomb would create the entire world to basically burn up in a fireball. Who knew?
Well, they were afraid Hitler.
And if you want to equate it to something now that makes sense, the Larger Hadron Collider thing, they were afraid that would open up a black hole and Earth would get sucked into it, but it never happened. So,
or did it? Because people are like, maybe an alternate reality.
That changed. We're living in a different reality than it was before we started.
Right. Mandela effect.
Secretly lizard people.
Yeah. Like V, where we just open our chest.
We all have three eyes, right, guys? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
It's a great movie. You guys want to take the time to watch it?
No, but I went down a rabbit hole. I was fascinated by Oppenheimer, and
there's a lot.
We thought Germany was going to have the atomic bomb before we did, and so that's why it was a huge rush to build one. And then I think we found out they didn't even know how to make such a thing.
Yeah.
Well, Germans came out with the first jets, jet fighters, and stuff like that. So it's
like an assumption, all right.
There was a lot.
We think they can do this, but we better beat them to it. Type of deal.
There was a lot of concern.
Yeah.
Yes, we won the war by outproducing them, but they were creating things that we couldn't quite grasp yet.
Yeah.
So, when they stole this jet fighter, what was it? It was propelled by a propeller in the front and had jet in the back, and it flew past the P-51s that they were flying back by 2 hours. Jeez. It superseded them, and there's a lot of stuff but I think at the same token, Germany was so hopped up on meth at the time because they didn't understand what methamphetamines would do to somebody that they started to become stupid in their own right. It's kind of like when the Irish invented whiskey, and then all of a sudden there's a 300-year span where nothing is actually happening. And then they all kind of sober up, and then there's more inventions after that.
They're like, tomorrow, cheers.
Yeah. This is a 2023 problem.
Right.
That's a problem for future us.
Yeah, but I do think it's going to be a good movie.
Yeah. I do too.
Has a little Interstellar feel to it.
I love the cast. Cast is great.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see Fat Man, Little Boy? Mm-mm. Paul Newman was in it. It was another Oppenheimer movie.
Oh, yeah.
Not as good as I thought. I saw some clips and then I finally watched the film.
Yeah.
I was really let down by it, so I'm sure this one will be a lot better.
Have you watched the nuclear testing videos though on YouTube?
I've seen some. I've seen the soldiers they sent out.
Yeah.
It's go out there and look around, and then they're all dead in 10 years span or whatever, birth defects. I watched.
They didn't realize the radiation.
Right. Yeah, I watched a clip about people on ships when they dropped a bomb, and how most of their children had birth defects, like weird. Like one guy's child at age 11 started developing a hump on her back and grew hair everywhere, and she didn't live too much longer.
Agent Orange was another thing that
Yep.
I didn't quite understand.
Yep.
Yeah.
My cousin's uncle passed away from that. Yeah,
I mean,
it's crazy.
If you watch some of those interviews that they have from like the British side of things,
Yeah.
where they had the ships that were right next to it,
Mhm.
they were told to basically kneel down, put their hands over their eyes, and cover their eyes, right? These guys were saying that when that happened, when the bomb got let off, they could actually see the bones in their hands.
Yep, every bone in their hand.
Bright that they could basically see an X-ray of their entire hand.
Mm-hmm.
That to me is just...
It's just like, get underneath your desk, kids.
Yeah.
Literally,
you're gonna be fine.
Literally, that was enough time to kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
pretty much.
Yeah. Oddly enough, in basic training, we learned how to react to when a nuclear explosion went off.
There's not much you can do.
Run and scream?
You
Is that pretty much
no, it's basically drop down to basically to a fetal position with your head in the ground and pray.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Wow. Unreal, man. Unreal. Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah.
This looks good.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for this.
I'm not eating during it if I see it.
For the jump scenes?
I'm
Well,
not.
I think they bit into like a piece of metal and it like cut through the cheek. Nope.
Yep. Definitely not eating red vines.
Looks scary. Your typical scary movie. It looks good.
Yeah. I think it's definitely, they're going in a much darker and more horror-centric direction than they did in the remake.
Yeah.
It's definitely got a Sam Raimi feel, though.
Yeah.
It does, and he's
executive producer.
Yeah.
Based off some of his writings. It's definitely not goofball kind of.
Bruce Campbell somewhere?
I don't know. He's kind of teased some involvement, I think, but he also did that with 2013. I think Evil Dead.
He did, and it was more of like a little stinger thing at the end, where he just goes groovy.
Is that what
about it? But
I love 2013's. I thought that was so effective. That was a scary film, and it was very serious compared to the Raimi ones. Were
they're campy.
There's little And Army of Darkness definitely was full camp, wasn't it?
Oh,
pretty much, yeah. But it was fun. It was still fun.
Yeah, I mean the original one, they didn't have half the budget they wanted for it.
Yeah.
So then the second one, they kind of went back and were able to do.
They remade it.
They remade it pretty much, and like were able to do a lot of this stuff. But then there was like the silly aspects of it. This looks like what Exorcist should have been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like if Exorcist had like a huge budget.
Or like been made today kind of deal. Yeah. I didn't look up the budget on this film, but I mean, I bet, I don't know if it's too much, honestly, because it looks like just one location. They're in a cabin, right?
But they're able to do so much cool stuff.
Yeah.
Horror movie wise with practical effects now.
Well, Blumhouse, they make shit cheap and they always turn a profit. That's how they're able to make their films constantly. Yeah.
So this looks amazing, and of course they've got the body horror part of it down.
Oh Jesus!
Like it's
mothers with the maggots. Like what?
Yeah,
check.
But yeah, I think, man, I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah. It looks good. Renfield trailer, little comedic aspects in this
Nicolas
one.
Cage beauty right there.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
That looks so good.
I need some nuns and a bus full of cheerleaders.
It feels like Ghost Rider 2 all over again. Close-up shots of him just making crazy faces and him just being in his prime.
I love Nicolas Cage. He can do no wrong. I mean,
even bad Cage,
How
right?
Make a really crappy movie and it still seems good.
I mean, he looks like 90s era Marilyn Manson in this movie, and it's just amazing.
You ever see that interview he did? Like, I think it was in the 80s. He was on some British talk show. Came out in leather jacket, and he flipped, and he got so hot, and he took it off.
Oh, yeah, no, he was on something.
What the fuck?
Oh, man.
But, man, dude's, I mean, give him props. He could have used the Coppola name, and he didn't.
No.
He used Cage. Yeah. He liked Nick Cage from the comics.
Yeah.
That's why he used Cage. So he's always been kind of like risk taker, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Definitely in his own world, but he's kind of enjoying a comeback now that that film he did. It was kind of like he played himself, sort of. What was that called?
Oh, where he was like a superhero or something like that.
Well,
Yeah.
it was Pedro Pascal
God.
idolized
Oh,
him. A massive talent. Something.
Oh,
I want to see it. I really do want to see it. But after that, it seemed like this was kind of a resurgence again.
Yeah.
From him. And I think he will do a National Treasure 3. I think they are working on that.
Have you seen the one that's on? The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Yes,
That's what it is. Yeah.
I want to see that. I've heard good things about it.
Nicholas Kim Coppola.
Really
That's what he goes as. I guess.
nice.
Huh.
Yeah, I think he'll do a good job with playing Dracula. That's who he's playing, and then you
It looks
got
good.
Nicholas Hoult as Renfield, and it's directed by Chris McKay, who did the Lego Movie. It looks good. I think it looks really good.
It's going to be cheesy, but you know, whatever. It's
We expect
Nicolas
that,
Cage.
though. Yeah.
It's Nicolas Cage. That's what the best part of it is.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah, it'll be worth seeing. I think. Yeah, I think cheesy in a good way.
Yeah.
Not the bad cheese.
No, it's got good action in it though.
Yeah, it does.
From
It
what I can
does.
see.
It
It's
does.
got the Beast.
Yeah,
in it,
yeah,
so-
Nicholas Hoult,
yeah.
which I was telling Bill before this. A lot of people were talking maybe he could be Batman, Bruce Wayne Batman.
Ooh.
I see it now. I didn't see it first, but he's not gonna be
Younger
too busy
Batman?
with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
got a good
Yeah.
jawline, so I guess that'll work. But yeah, he plays Renfield, who's Dracula's assistant. He gets like powers from spiders or something. I don't know. They'll go into it, but you know that scene he like ate a spider and his eyes
Oh,
went
yeah.
yellow and he's doing all these
Huh.
Matrix shit. So yeah, it looks cool. I like how the support group is like, he's like, so he won't rise to power. Yes, whatever you said there. Yes, or something like that. And then he walks in like, oh no. Yeah, it looks cool. 90s show. Any 70s show fans here? 80s show fans?
I was never that 70s show fan. I mean, I like the clips with Red in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dumbass. Yeah.
I liked Red Foreman
Yeah.
in that 70s show.
Yeah.
I guess all the characters except for that one guy is coming back. So.
Yeah, Danny Masterson's kind of busy with court and stuff,
Yeah.
so I don't think he'll be around.
No.
No, not without protest.
Yeah.
You know, and it sucks because he had a cool character, but yeah, again, it's an Ezra Miller thing. You know,
Yeah. Well, Danny Masterson was actually found guilty of that stuff, though, I think.
right?
Yeah.
Ezra Miller still has to go to
his
trial and
innocence,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, after that, it'll probably be doubt, like OJ. You know, who knows? But yeah, he won't be in it. I'm sure. I'd be surprised if he shows up. But yeah, you got Kurtwood Smith, who played the best villain in history, probably RoboCop. You know, he's back as Red Foreman, which was always refreshing to see these villains play like a comedic role.
Yeah.
Because it was like, oh, it's okay. I feel safe now with him. You know, it's like he's not going to try and kill me or anything. You got Deborah Jo Rump as Kitty.
Yep.
She does a great job. They're good characters. You were saying you think they should have maybe focused on someone else for the show.
I mean, they do that a lot with spin-offs,
Yeah.
stuff like that, where it's like,
Fuller
you know,
House.
they
sort of.
still have like
Yeah.
the parents, and then like
Yeah.
they're raising the grandkids now, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's that part of it doesn't really appeal to me
Yeah.
a whole lot. But then again, I probably wouldn't want to see, you know, Ashton Kutcher and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they are all
Mila
coming
Kunis
back
coming
in
back.
certain
Fez will be
parts.
back,
Yeah. I'm
I
sure
don't know,
it'll have.
I'll
yeah.
give it a chance. Like I gave Fuller House a chance, and I fucking hated it. But
It was charming for.
was good.
I don't know. It was charming,
It was
but
good the
yes, very, very like okay,
it's good.
perfect world type of shit.
You know, the
yeah.
first couple episodes where they have like where they get all the cast back
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Those were pretty good.
Yeah.
But then just what they tried to do with it, I didn't think worked.
They just did their own thing. Yeah. And I think it was funny though. A lot of people were like, when Fuller House premiered, they're like, oh, it's just not, you know, I don't know what they were expecting, but it's like, you saw Full House, right?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like stellar television. It was corny.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had the
Yeah.
stupid, you know, the sappy music at the end when they learned their lesson.
Yeah.
Just Family Matters did the same thing. I always
Oh,
hated,
yeah.
I hated those scenes. It just,
Oh, did you?
yeah.
I mean, after a while I did. I was just
The
like,
lesson
oh,
of the week scene
Yeah.
where everything gets all
Of course, Family Matters went off the rails with Steve Urkel and
Yeah, they put their
fucking
stock
cloning and
Yeah.
building robots. Like, all right,
What was
holy
Steve
shit.
Urkel's alternate persona?
Stefan or
Stefan.
Yes, Urkel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the
Holy shit, that show
ones where he
went
turned himself
crazy.
into Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Oh my
Some of those were
god.
pretty good.
Totally believable. In the Full House universe, you could
Jaleel
say.
White's an amazing actor.
He is.
That's what sucks is that he's always been kind of
He's good, but he's
seen
got
as
typecast.
Steve Urkel.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever really seen him in anything else.
He did the voice of Sonic for a long time.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Really? He had to pull
Like-
his pants up to get that pitch?
I don't know how he did that. Yeah, like I think for a few years there was like 2 or 3 different Sonic the Hedgehog
Oh,
cartoons.
okay.
And
Oh,
he
the
did
cartoons.
And
Okay.
he did the voice of Sonic for all of them.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I look forward to the 90s show. I'll check it out. It's January 19th, so it'll be here very soon.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll be good. Who knows? It might be just one and done, but
Well,
We'll
I
see.
think for a nostalgia part, it'll be good for the first season.
yeah, I think so.
I think it'll be good to like see them, walk into the house again and
Yeah.
And it's kind of got
Have Red call
it's
somebody a
updated a little
dumbass
bit.
and-
Everyone's got updated looks a little bit.
His daughter won't be there because she passed away.
Well, they
So, yeah.
recast her back in the day, so they'll
Oh, they
probably
did?
have. Yeah, they did.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
probably because she was having issues then. That's sad, but yeah. What's his face? Topher Grace.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he'll be back.
Why give him a wig still?
Because
wearing-
that's what he did. I mean, that's what he did. For
I know, but that was the '70s. He still looks like he's in the '70s in this show. With the hair.
yeah.
It's like, dude, your real hair is fine. I don't know. It's '90s. People went short in the '90s. Short
They
haircuts.
went to the spiked hair and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's my only
Short
peeve
hair,
about it.
giant pants.
That'll be explored.
Somebody's got to wear some Jenkos in this
It takes
show.
place in
That's not-
'95, so those
Oh,
are
straight
out
up
then, right?
Jankos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big Dog, Janko, OP. Remember
Chains? Was there chains
Yeah.
with wallets and shit?
No fear.
No Fear, yeah.
Oh, no fear! Oh
Yep.
my god,
Big Johnson, you remember Big Johnson
Johnson.
t-shirts?
I don't.
Oh God.
Riding this boat on my Big Johnson.
Hot Bud spray
Oh
clone
yeah, hot
Hot
spray.
Bud.
came in like a fucking cleaning bottle.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
When did Axe body spray come out? Was that about?
That was after us, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, was it?
I was like 98, 99.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
Well, if the
like
series
that.
continues, we may get an Axe body spray moment.
Oh, we will.
Or Curve. Remember when Curve came out?
Oh God.
Zima. I have Zima.
Zima, yeah.
Curve was cologne, right?
Yep.
Okay, I had a
Everybody had
sample
Curve.
bottle of that. Yeah. It's like the Christmas stocking stuffers you get.
Yeah.
Like here's
Yeah.
some Brute
Like
and
somebody,
some Curve.
somebody thought that it'd be a great idea to go give Curve samples over at Valley's. And remember for like a solid week, everybody was wearing freaking Curve.
Oh
Yeah.
God, it reeked. It was like
reeked of Curve.
it was like walking into an Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
It's so bad.
Except for one person that I knew wore Jupe.
Jupe.
You remember Jupe?
Oh my!
don't think
My
I do.
stepdad wears Jupe. I love Jupe. I love Jupe. It smells so good.
Joop. Jupe.
Jupe. Anyway,
Some stuff stuck, right? Unless he bought like a shit ton of it back then.
Jupe was Jupe is still being sold.
Is it? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Brute is too, right?
Brute.
That was my dad's.
That's a
Yeah.
good solid musk. Jupe is one of those things that's like Axe body spray though. A little goes a long way.
it does.
Yeah.
A very, very little amount goes along.
Well,
way.
kids were probably disguising other things with that, I'm sure.
That was more Curve or Tommy Hilfiger.
Oh yeah, Tommy Hilfiger. Holy
Tommy Hilfiger
shit.
was one of those that had a buddy that was trying to hide that he was smoking cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
So he'd always spray a small spritz of Tommy on his 2 fingers. And he couldn't shake your head. He'd smell like Tommy,
It's cigarettes.
It's cigarettes.
Oh.
The 90s were some wild smells,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there were.
So YouTube, what the hell are you doing, man?
What are they doing?
Yeah, why don't we have
So-
more subs, YouTube? What's up?
Yeah.
Right? No, you're talking about something else. Sorry.
Yeah, give us subs.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Sub sandwiches.
Oh, I can't say fuck anymore. Shit. God. Oh man. No, they came out with this new policy as they do, and they don't explain it worth a shit. So,
Figures.
even the people who have like their own personal like YouTube rep,
Mm-hmm.
like they don't even know what's going on with it. So apparently now, videos where there's cursing or swearing or whatever in the first 8 seconds are getting demonetized or age restricted.
Oh, wow.
It used to be like 30 seconds or something like that. They've changed that, here and there all over the place. However, the part where this really sucks is that they're going back and applying that to videos that were made before.
They aren't grandfathering them in?
No. So, like, people are getting their entire, like, libraries demonetized and shit like that.
Yikes.
So, yeah, not very good.
No.
But also there is a new procedure out there for gaming where they're trying to age restrict, if not demonetize, people for playing, like, rated mature stuff where they show, like, excessive amounts of gore and cursing and stuff like that. And I think, honestly, that's kind of stupid. Yeah. I mean...
Right.
Are we all supposed to play Fortnite and Minecraft? Like, no, thank you.
That's all I play. Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Those two are so oversaturated.
But they'll find any way to.
But, I don't know. There might be some big changes coming to YouTube soon.
Yeah.
They're being sued right now.
Oh?
Yeah. So, there's a certain group. I don't know if I can say it on the podcast or not. It's the word "is" twice.
Okay. Oh, sure. Yeah.
I can always bleep it.
So they are recommending recruiting videos.
Oh. Okay.
On their website to certain people, and a lot of them are like, young impressionable people that are watching YouTube.
Oh shit.
So yeah, there's a big lawsuit going on with that right now.
Oh my god.
That'll be interesting because the Heaven's Gate also has a live YouTube feed.
They do.
Yeah, and Scientology does too.
Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. Is it just Tom Cruise, 24 hours?
No.
Hey guys, I'm going to jump out of a plane. Thanks for watching.
Scientology is really weird. It's like one of those
I know.
Christian videos, and it just loops, and then every once in a while it'll,
Yeah.
There'll be a single frame of Tom Cruise going. No, that's Mel Gibson that does that. Never mind. But yeah, just some changes coming with that, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what that's going to mean for me. I'm kind of taking a little break from stuff right now. Of course, I've got my whole setup packed up.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with
Can you just bleep yourself? That's kind of funny itself.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, though.
I could do that. There's not a lot of ways to do that in Share Factory, but...
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just have like a little... button or something like that. Like, no.
That was a mad like,
that was easy.
Pew! The son of a pew! Afternoon delight. Pew!
Yeah. So anyway, we'll see what happens when I upload my next video when I come back on. I haven't seen anything on my channel, but then again, I don't make money anyway, so
not yet.
It's
coming.
Not that popular.
Check is in the mail. It's coming. I want to get one of those plaques.
Yeah.
I'll just make my own.
YouTube, the
cardboard. Platinum.
You
get the silver, and then you get the gold, and the gold's bigger. And then after that, I don't know what you get.
But that's after like 1 million subscribers, I think.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
How many do we have?
You have to get
500,000.
100,000 subscribers to get the first plaque.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Wow.
It'll take turns at each person's house. Like I get it for a week. Put in a contract.
Yeah.
They have a bronze. We could probably get a bronze plaque.
Yeah.
It's just small.
It's the top of a case.
It's a penny
box, ripped off. They just draw the YouTube logo on it and say, "Good job."
They took the coupon off the side of the.
They left the grease inside.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh.
A little Barbie table in there.
Barbie table. Oh,
you know what that's for, right?
What's that?
You know what that table thing is for, right?
So it doesn't smush the cheese on the top.
I think that, but it's also for if you're trying to get a slice.
Oh.
I saw it in one of those videos where it's like, did you
darned.
know?
No,
I did not know that.
Set it on there and then just pull it. Separates it.
Huh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, now I knew something.
I know. Everyone knows something
Life
now,
hacks.
right? That bronze plaque's coming, guys. Reviews, recommendations. Glass Onion. Go for it.
Yeah, Glass Onion was really good. I'm very surprised, consistently surprised with Dave Bautista.
Yes,
his
same.
acting ability.
Yep,
I'll be interested to see what he does with this new M. Night Shyamalan movie that he's in.
looks intense. Might be
the
most.
I worry that M. Night Shyamalan is like
Gonna ruin it.
he's gonna ruin it, but Batista's in it, so they're trying to like get a big name in there just to make it like relevant. And it's not gonna do well, and they're gonna say, "Well, it was Dave Batista's fault" or something.
He's probably his biggest name. If you think about it. Yeah.
It looks good.
Oh, it looks intense.
It does look good.
Family's got to pick one person to die.
Yeah, it's like end of the world scenario or something like that. There's probably a twist. It's probably all VR or something.
Yeah.
All right, time to go back to work. Your lunch break's over.
No, man, he's. I think first time I was really surprised. Like, yeah, Guardians was great, but obviously that character is very one note kind of. But he was in Blade Runner 2049.
Mm-hmm.
Really good part, very brief, but I was like, holy shit! Like,
Yeah,
he brought something to it. Yeah, and,
he was also in one of the James Bond movies.
yeah, not too much dialogue, but still menacing. Yeah. But yeah, he's this is probably
he's come into his own.
Yeah, he really is. He really
I'm
is.
glad he has though.
I used to think The Rock was
funny.
kind of the peak, but I think Batista might be kind of passing that.
If The Rock is campy, then Batista's more serious.
Yeah, that's what he wants to do
Rock always
too.
plays like the same guy
That's true.
too. I mean,
It's kind of hard.
Pretty
not
much.
To,
Well, he didn't want
Yeah.
Black Adam's supposed to be kind of a villain, and he didn't want to really be a villain. But he's still kind of
He
wreaked
is
havoc.
villain, yeah.
That is on HBO Max, by the way, if anyone wants to check it out. But
It is a good movie.
yeah,
it is very good.
yeah. But yeah, Glass Onion. You guys were fans of Knives Out, I take it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig nailed it again.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Right.
That was one of the things too. I think that Dave Bautista said about working with him
Mhm.
is that James Bond was just a role that he played, but Benoit Blanc is,
That's his ability to go outside the box. Yeah.
that's
And he
that
He's
is
more
Daniel
relaxed
Craig, yeah.
as that character, and they were
I
able to
thought
have
so,
more
too.
fun on the set. I think he said versus the Bond. It's all that seriousness, and I like how, he's not really like a sex symbol. Like in the pool scene, he's wearing like a fucking onesie or whatever they call those.
Yeah, I like the scarf around his neck.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like kind of the proper English.
Right,
You know?
right. So I like that he's not playing that up, even though there's that tub scene. But you got, this is kind of spoiler, but you have Angela Lansbury and
that was sad.
yeah, but I mean, I think good timing.
Was-
I mean, geez, and
that was hilarious.
Andrew
They're,
Lloyd
like,
Webber,
trying to-
or wait,
Was he in that?
no, it was Steven. Is another Broadway guy. I'm drawing a blank right now. But anyway, they're both in that chat thing.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
cool.
They're like trying to explain to him how to play Among Us.
Well, yeah, he had that conversation where she's like, "Aren't you good at Clue?" He's like, "No, they're just no."
Which is funny because they all called the first one like basically Clue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It
It was nice to know Rain Johnson had the same distaste for the Knives Out mystery put in the title. And I get why, because, Netflix, obviously, it's like, no one's going to know it's a Knives Out sequel without putting that in there. But at least when I saw the film, they took that out. The credit, it just said Glass Onion in the beginning.
Yeah. And
fine.
when I watched it on Netflix, they did the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have that on there.
Once it gets its own awareness, I think maybe they can just drop it. But yeah, it is a challenge if every film is its own thing and you're trying to. Although they did that with Mystery of the Orient Express and Jewel of the Nile, those were, or Death is it Death by the Nile or some crap? I don't know. But anyway, it's a challenge. But I like how it wasn't exactly Knives Out 2.
Yeah, no,
Like-
it didn't need to be.
Right, and I don't even think they referred to the first one, did they? Was there any scenes?
There was like a little kind of blink and you miss it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
They talked about another case he did outside
was-
of that, so I thought that was
it's
cool.
more of like a, just kind of
Yeah.
like in conversation,
Yeah.
just like in passing kind of thing.
Right,
But
right.
I thought very good. I really hope he continues. I think he's planning to do at least a couple more.
Yeah, I know that they're working on the third one right now. So
Yeah, I think they, as long as the writing stays sharp, like this one had some twists that, didn't feel like, you could predict them.
Allie said it felt predictable, but she still enjoyed it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I think I was surprised about almost everything. I think, production value is really awesome. The game piece they each get. And I love how that one just destroys it.
He just smashes it and grabs the.
No joy in
Yeah.
finding out anything about it. Just get to the point.
It did kind of have that James Bond evil character though, where he was like trying to create energy that was seawater and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he was just like I mean, just flaunting his riches. Like you had the ice sculpture come out of the ocean, didn't you, or something? Their dock.
They had the Mona Lisa in there.
Yes. Yeah. It was good. I think it's as good as the first one, maybe. Could be that range, but it's also its own thing. So that first one's lightning in the bottle, though. That
was so good.
Just I love the setting.
Knew where it was gonna go.
Right, I love the setting and just everything about it. You know.
Well, and I found the part that I absolutely loved in it too is he's got this whole elaborate thing set up like it's going to be a murder mystery weekend.
Yeah,
and he just like completely blows it out of the water in 5 seconds. Then he's just like, "Well, thanks. You ruined my whole fucking weekend." Then just tosses.
And then you find out it was intentional, which was like even better. Like, oh, okay, so he wasn't just trying to ruin this guy's. Well, he was, but he knew something else was at play.
I love how the arrow like finally goes off and it like sticks into him. And,
yes,
big blood packet and all that stuff. He's like, "Well, thanks."
Yeah, it was good, man. It was really good. Batista's great. A lot of celebrity cameos. Sometimes it kind of like, took me out of it a little bit, but I get it. The first one was a hit and everyone wants to be a part of it. There was a lot of references to celebrities having certain sauces and stuff.
Jeremy Renner's hot sauce.
Yeah.
And then,
that was hilarious.
And then Jared Leto's hard kombucha. And I think there was something like, if I ever meet Jared Leto, I'm going to kick his ass or something like that. So, I mean, just little things in there like that were pretty cool. You don't want to be too serious with a movie like that anyway. So
No, it's just fun and collected. But, definitely worth seeing. It's on Netflix right now. Check it out. I saw it in the theater. It was great. I enjoyed it. It was weird seeing it before everyone else did, but I'm glad you guys finally got to see it.
Did you kind of feel like you were part of this like select group you couldn't say anything
I did,
about?
but it wasn't
like you were on jury duty or something like that?
Well, it was just weird because only one theater around here was playing it, and it was sold out like all the time, and we finally got in. I had to see it late. It was only out for a week. It's part of Netflix's strategy, I guess. So
I think it worked for them. I mean, I think it generated
they say
a lot of buzz for it.
But
it's just hard to.
It's weird.
It's hard to gauge that so much with streaming, like versus just straight theatrical.
Yeah. I wonder how it would have done in the theater, like before it got to Netflix. If they gave it a full run, I don't know. But I thought it was great to see in the big screen.
Yeah.
But I look forward to seeing it again. That's great. So check that out. I saw Babylon Friday. That's the movie with Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. It bombed when it came out. It's directed by Damien Chazelle, who did Whiplash and La La Land. So it's basically like the it captures the rise and fall of a bunch of characters in early or late 1920s Hollywood.
Yeah.
So it's just like like there's orgies. Like they really knew how to party.
Oh jeez.
It's craziness. Yeah. It's craziness. It really.
Is that the one where Margot Robbie says she snuck a Brad Pitt kiss?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And I think I saw the scene. Yeah, she did that. Eric Roberts was in it. That was cool.
Really?
I was like, sweet, good for him. A lot of actors in this one, like you would recognize. Definitely follows. Yeah, it is sad because these were like silent film stars, and then they had a transition to talkies, and so some couldn't more than others, But there's a great funny scene. It's dramatic and funny, and it captures like the first time they do a audio, and they do so many takes because it has to be just right. So there's like humming. Someone's wearing something that's causing that to go off, and they're just gradually losing their temper. The actors, the behind the scenes people, they're all losing their shit. Like because it's just like this, and that's the other thing. They could have no AC. Because it'd be noise. Yeah. And so they had the stage lights. It was super hot. It made you feel like, wow, this was like such a huge change. Like not just performance wise, but I mean, I guess basically performance wise, because they had the environment was a lot rougher, and then they had to talk. And so I think it captured things pretty well for the first half, and then it kind of, I thought, lost its message in a way. I didn't exactly know what the message was, but it kind of became a downer. I was going to see The Whale, and I decided to see
Oh,
this, thinking like The Whale would be depressing. This was kind of depressing in the end. I think it's still worth seeing the big screen if you're a big movie buff, but other than that, check it out when it comes out on streaming. I think you'll like it for what it is. Definitely the first half's a lot of it's a lot more entertaining, but I guess that's said because it captures the fall of these characters too. There's like a war scene in the beginning when they're doing the silent film.
Oh, yeah.
These people actually got, like, according to the movie, they got seriously injured in real life. Like, they got speared, decapitated. One guy got, it's kind of a spoiler, but one guy gets speared in the chest, and they're out in the field, and the execs are like looking over him, like, he tripped, right? Like, yeah, he tripped. It was an accident. So, yeah, they basically went full battle mode on each other. Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's fucking nuts. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then, yeah. So, a lot things have changed, I hope.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't terrible, but yeah, I hoped for more. I don't exactly understand why it bombed, but I guess I understand. It's it's a 3-hour movie too, so that's asking a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. I saw it in Dolby Atmos, so sound was great. But yeah, all performances were great. I'm sure Margot Robbie will get an Oscar nomination,
I'm sure.
perhaps. Her character was really good. Brad Pitt was pretty decent. So yeah, that's what I saw. So any other reviews, recommendations before we go?
I'd say go see Glass Onion if you haven't yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I think I might try to do that today. Do some plugs and then we're out. Bill, would you like to start off?
Yes. Billy Creston Gaming at YouTube. Look us up at Billy Creston on YouTube. Also on Facebook.com/Billy Creston Gaming. Nothing really new out there lately, but I'm in the process of moving, so my setup's torn down, and
It's coming. It's coming,
It's
guys.
coming.
New stuff on the way.
Hell yeah.
It's coming.
It's coming.
So,
definitely.
yeah, we'll see how the algorithm decides to screw me over when I come back and play Mortal Kombat 11 and show you all the fatalities.
Time to get a sound machine. Get a sound machine,
And I'm going to say shit and fucking... No, I'm just kidding.
Beep, burp, bop, burp.
Like the
Wow.
intro goes, fuck.
Shit, fuck. It sucks.
Fucking things.
The intro is going to be 8 solid seconds of me just going, shit!
All these red flags.
Love you, Susan. Keep up the good work. Fucking hell.
Field of Geeks, check us out. We're everywhere you can find a podcast to listen to. YouTube, obviously. We have a Facebook page, Twitter. Yeah, just check us out. We got a lot of videos out there, a lot of content, and more to come on that. So thanks to everyone who always participate and makes this great content. So
And check out Raven Xavier.
yes, absolutely. Did our song.
Yep, did our kick-ass intro for us. He's also got a podcast on YouTube.
Yep.
Just recently did an episode that was 5 80s movies so bad they're good.
Nice.
And they were amazing.
Yeah, he's multi-talented.
He is very
We got to
talented.
have him on sometime.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's another state away, so we'll have to figure that out.
My 2023 goal is to see Choose Your Power live. So,
Ooh, there you go.
yeah.
Nice.
Maybe I'll get to do a live interview with Raven for
Hey,
the
that'd be cool.
podcast. That'd be awesome.
If you're a correspondent, we'll just send you there. You have like
Yeah.
a press hat and shit.
Yeah.
And,
There we go.
hey, guys. Yeah, so with that said, we'll be back. I'm Josh.
I'm Bill.
I'm Mitch.
Take care.